Young space engineer FatimaTragic was flying back to Perth to fulfil her dream of becoming an Australian astronaut. A German national, she and her parents called Perth home, and the family lived with 7 News presenter Rick Arden while struggling to secure permanent residency. They just won that 6-year battle, only to lose Fatima on MH17. Fatima's parents spoke with Rick Arden today, determined their daughter won't be forgotten.
Officially, there were 7 victims from WA. Mother of 2, Adele Mahadi, Albany couple Arjun and Yvonne Ryder, and Nick Norris with his 3 grandchildren, Mo, aged 12, 8-year-old Otis and 10-year-old Evie. 25-year-old FatimaTragic was the 8th.
I'm Fatima and I'm committed to bringing the possibilities of space closer to you.
Flying home to her Perth parents to become a permanent Australian resident.
She wanted to be a true blue Aussie. It was her dream since she was 16.
Fatima was the only child of George and Angela Jaczynski, and their world revolved around her. In the driveway of their rented home, a small BMW sports car from their native Germany they'd saved so hard for. It was meant to be a surprise for Fatima when she got home. She was excited to be coming home to start her new life as an Australian.
I wrote her an email and she immediately came on Skype and she said, "Mum, I'm just boarding and I will be home soon."
Tragically, Fatima wasn't meant to be on that 777. She had to miss the previous flight because of work. Her parents were driving to Perth Airport when Malaysia Airlines called them.
They gave our condolences.
They have been very kind.
Very
gentle.
kind.
Yes.
George is a German cardiologist whose qualifications aren't recognised here, so it's been a 6-year struggle to be allowed to stay in Australia.
We have been preparing this new move together, and we have been looking forward to be together.
Fatima recently lectured in China on a new satellite phone app that kept families connected.
3 days ago, I went to Perth, Western Australia. Where are my loved ones?
Until the DNA is identified, she is not pronounced dead. She is not pronounced dead. So we can still believe she's alive. It was war and crime. Yeah.
Her parents say their strong faith in God is helping them.
She's our angel of peace, and she knew if we would see the earth from space and the peace and beauty of earth, there will never be any war.
An angel of peace whose life ended flying over a war zone. Rick Arden, 7 News.
And the parents of a talented Perth student who had hoped she may have caught a different flight home, they're absolutely shattered by the loss of their daughter. Back to Libby Stone in Amsterdam. Libby?
Yes, Tim, 24-year-old FatimaTragic had just graduated from university here in Amsterdam. The talented astronautical engineer was on her way to Perth to begin a new life. Her parents have told 9 News today their grief is indescribable, while her closest friends have spoken of a beautiful girl who touched so many hearts.
Angela Jaczynski is a mother in mourning. Her only daughter, 24-year-old Fatima, will never be coming home.
So this is the last time she was in Perth?
One of the victims of the MH17 disaster. The talented and vivacious astronautical engineer was on her way to Perth to start a new life. She was supposed to begin a job at IBM on Monday.
I would say probably her aura in a way, and the energy she emitted was just amazing. You could have a very bad day and, you know, a hug from Fatima would make you very happy.
Friends from all over the world took to the internet, expressing their sadness at the loss of a girl who they say shone like the stars she adored so much.
She always wanted to go to Mars. She always wanted to go to Mars. And she wanted to go to the skies and explore to be an astronaut. And in a way, maybe now she is actually exploring the stars and getting quite a good look at Mars as well.
George and Angela went to Perth Airport yesterday afternoon only to have their worst fears confirmed. Their daughter was on the disaster flight. Today they told 9 News she couldn't wait to arrive in Australia. Her friends say she had a huge impact on everyone she met.
It was brief, but it touched so many people's lives and hearts.
Tanya Evans, 9 News.
CEO at Zotera Space, engineer and public speaker, IT turned space entrepreneur, futurist, not to mention being an actor, but anyway, aside from that, just read some here. Current CEO, founder at Zotera Space, blah, 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 blah. All this jargon about Zotera's mission, blah, blah, blah. So it's pretty big. I mean, supposedly it's pretty big. It's not just a fly-by-night thing. Here we got Zotera's next big project will be in the finance sector, specifically relating high-frequency commodity trading and big data. Blah, blah, blah. Zotera is a new high-tech startup company in the space sector whose purpose is to commercialise acquisition and implementation of Earth observation data from space. And so you can imagine this has got a few people working for it. You wouldn't think that if someone passed away, that it would just go down the tube within a day. No, you wouldn't think that, would you? As we keep going, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, looks pretty full on. But as we see here, I did a Google search for zoteraspace.com. Comes up with GoDaddy. GoDaddy! What's this, a sugar daddy bloody site? No. What it says up top. Here, look at this, notice. This domain name expired on the 8th, 2014 and is pending renewal or deletion. So the website expired on the 8th of the 8th, 2014. Is it a coincidence that when I made this video, MH17 Dazinski show rolls on, exposing her as an actor, I made it on the 9th of the 8th, 2014, but being in Australia, we're one day ahead of what goes on in the United States and other parts of the world, so that would have been August the 8th, and that's when they actually deleted that website. Don't know. Like I said, I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying that they've deleted it because of me. If I skip along here, it's all about, there it is, where I showed everything about her. I don't know, I just put it out there, could mean nothing, but make up your own mind. The Downs Clowns. I have